Greater than 9. I want you to try this one by yourself. Okay, so what is my very first step? Who's in 36? Good. I subtract both sides by 3. Everybody, positive 3 minus 3 is 0. So we get x over 2. What? Oh my gosh, you all are so smart. Greater than or equal to 6. Okay, good. Next step, 17. Kaya, what's my next step? Multiply by what? You know.
You can do it.
Okay, I multiply both sides. You're right. What number do I multiply both sides by? Exactly, 2. Okay, who can explain to me why I multiply both sides by 2? Who's in 22? Kenji, why do I multiply both sides by 2? Exactly. I'm trying to get the variable alone here. And on the left-hand side, I'm currently dividing by 2. So to undo that division, I have to multiply. And those are going to cancel each other out. So what would my answer be? X greater than or equal to? 6 times 2? 12. Good. Okay, so this is Noah's favorite step. We're going to check it. What number do I plug in to check? Who's in 18? I can plug in 12, right? How come I can plug in 12, Julian? Exactly, because we're greater than or equal to, so we can plug in 12. So we're going to plug in 12 over 2 plus 3, and we want that to be greater than or equal to 9. Okay, everybody, 12 divided by 2. 6 plus 3 greater than or equal to 9. And what's 6 plus 3? 9 greater than or equal to 9. Is that true? Yes, it is. Very good. How many of you checked it before I asked you to? Air high fives to all of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So, example 6. 5 minus x over 6 equals negative 7. Will you please try this one on your own as well? Okay, my first victim, volunteer. Seat 20. What's my first step? Who's in 20? I have to add 5 to both sides. Is that correct? Does everybody agree with that? I don't agree.
I don't agree either.
I don't agree.
It's negative 5. Brian, why is it negative 5? Okay, we have to subtract 5, guys. We have to subtract 5 because this 5 is positive. So we need to get rid of it by subtracting, because what's 5 minus 5? 0. We want to be 0. Okay, so what's left on the left-hand side then? Negative x over 6 equals negative 12. Good. Okay. Okay, now I have negative on the outside x over 6. How am I going to get rid of that? Who's in seat 8? Not here. 38. Okay, Brandon, how do I get rid of that? I multiply both sides by 6. Okay. If I multiply both sides by 6, those 6's are going to cancel each other out. So what would be left on the left-hand side? Negative x, right? So is there a way that I can get rid of the negative at the same time?
Negative 6.
If I multiply by negative 6, negative 6 divided by negative 6 is going to give me positive 1, right? So I need to multiply by negative 6. It doesn't matter that the negative is on the outside. You still multiply by negative 6. That is on your quiz, guys, okay? Negative 12 times negative 6. Positive 72. Okay, how do I check it? Who's in 21? I what? Exactly. I check it by plugging it all back in. So let's check. 5 minus 72 over 6 equals negative 7. Okay, 5 minus, what's 72 divided by 6? 12 equals negative 7. And 5 minus 12, ladies and gentlemen? Negative 7 equals negative 7. True statement?
Yes.
True statement. Example. Example 7. Solve and write the answer in set notation. Okay, this is something that we haven't really done before, but guess what? It's pretty easy. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we want to solve this exactly as we've been doing. So what am I going to do first? I don't divide first. What do? I have to do the addition and subtraction first, so I add 6 to both sides. Follow the steps. It's always the same steps. Okay? 3x greater than 18 plus 6. 24. And then what do? Then I divide. So then I divide both sides by 3. So we get x greater than 8. Okay, now this would not be my answer because our instructions are to write the answer in what's called set notation. Okay, set notation is, remember when we were graphing, guys, and they gave you x colon and then gave you what you were supposed to graph?
Yes.
That's called set notation. What it means is when we have any answer, we can put it in what's called a mathematical set, which means that here is a group with all of the answers in it. That's what it means. Here's the set of all the answers. Okay, so you know, like a building set or Lego set? It all comes in a box, and here's the set, and you get to build it. This is kind of like that. We're putting all of our answers in a box. So what we're going to do for set notation is we make curly brackets to keep it all together. So the box, the packaging of this stuff is in curly brackets. Okay, and we have to write x colon because x is our variable here. So what it's telling you is that for x's, x is our variable, all of our answers are going to be greater than 8. And then we have to close the packaging. Okay, so in this package, inside the curly brackets, we're using the variable x. That's what this is telling us right here. And all of our answers is x greater than 8. That's all they want. Okay, so all of the work is still the same. The way we write our answer is just a little bit different. Okay? Are you okay with that? Yeah? There's the only reason why there are, I think, a couple questions on your homework like this, but there's a question on the test like this. 3 questions on the homework like this. There is a question on the test where they ask you to write it in set notation, and I just didn't want you all to freak out. Okay? But all we do is write, our answer's still exactly the same. Okay?